person, but they want a
Yes.
recording of it.
We're good.
Yes,
Okay.
I heard the same thing. Yeah.
So we're going to have that recording. So all of y'all will have access to rewatch this in all of your spare time over and over again, share it with your friends, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. Welcome to the Sales and Social Media Masterclass. I can confidently say that you're in for a treat because I got the GOAT. I gathered up the people that you want to learn social media, how to show up on video, as we've seen, and then I'll tie it all in a bow for you with how to turn it into sales and converting clients. So first things first, welcome to Tabris Innovation Center. I was explaining to a few of you guys before we started, but this place is the shit. So I run my business out of here. It is all about innovative, collaborative, forward-thinking companies. So you'll see a lot of tech startups here, but you'll also see businesses like mine, service-based businesses that are here to like disrupt industries and do exciting things. So as you can see, they've got a bomb-ass event space, conference rooms, a huge space back there. And I just want to thank them for opening their space to us, the beer, all of the good things. So little plug for Tabris.
It's very cool.
All right.
It's really cool. This is a great place.
Thank y'all. Yeah.
Thank you, Tabris. The other thing I want to thank all of you for is coming tonight and purchasing a ticket because all proceeds are going to a charity that's very near and dear to all of our hearts, especially Colleen. So do you want to tell everybody about?
Sure. Congregations for Kids, CFK, you might hear it referred to as that, but we help serve children who are in the foster care system and foster families and social workers in Mecklenburg County. So your tickets are going toward that. So thank you very much. I serve on the board for CFK and they're doing great work. If you want more information about them, you can find them on the Instagram.
Yes.
Instagram on the World Wide Web.
On the Instagrams, we're going to be talking about that here too. All right, I'm going to have these amazing women introduce themselves, but I have one challenge or question for you guys. Do you guys want to increase your social media presence right now? Okay. Post about this shit. Listen up. Post a picture of yourself here, tag us. The three of us have a collective, I don't know, 10,000 followers maybe. But these two in particular have what I call a sticky audience. Rabid fans. I mean, this one has the #1 podcast in Charlotte, Bob Award winner, right? Local celebrity. This one literally gets retweeted by the owner of Instagram. What's his name, Adam?
Adam Basseri. He's like BFF in my head.
Adam retweets her shit because she's so good. These people are local celebrities. You tag me too, that's cool. And tag Tabris. All of us are gonna repost you and you're gonna get a lot of exposure and new friends.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And more than anything, more than gaining those followers, you're gonna be showing your audience what type of person you are. So you're the type of person that schleps your ass out of your house to a place like this the week before Christmas to learn about skills that are gonna grow your business and serve your audiences in 2022. That's the type of person that your clients are gonna want to connect with, okay? So it's stuff like that. I mean, it sounds simple, but think about like the win of creating a simple post right now, letting people into your experience and what you're up to. So I would encourage you to do that. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. We'll start with Katie McKeever. Colleen, let me explain how we all got up here. Sorry.
Please.
Sorry, I'm still working out the nerves. So we got Katie McKeever, we have Colleen Odegaard. How did the three of us know each other? Well, we are what's called squad mates. So I think we met because we were all each other's clients at one point, and now we collaborate and do stuff like this so that we can upward spiral all entrepreneurs in Charlotte and beyond. So that's how we know each other. There's other members of the extended squad here, right? Woo! So glad you're here. And I'll start with Katie. So I kind of tied all the folks together here, but Katie and I came across each other exactly a year ago. And I was like, tell me about you. Her energy was palpable, and she was telling me her vision about starting a business to help people with this. And oh my God, look what's happened in the last year. So tell people all about your mission and why this matters to you.
Oh my goodness, thank you. And Lauren, y'all will learn more about Lauren. If you don't know her already, she's incredible and has brought us together. And I hope this is a super impactful night because I'm excited to be here with you all. I'm Katie McKeever, social media expert, and what I do and my mission is to empower people to bring their expertise online and through the vehicle of social media. So what drives me with that mission is I meet people and I learn about people. I hear from people every day who are brilliant in what they do and who are experts in what they do. And social media is the way to scale your message. And that's the way to connect to the people you want to connect to. So I just want to bring all your brilliance online to get you connected to the people you need to be connected with, whether that's building your business, whether that's building your personal brand so you can have a reputation for influence and expertise. Like, that's what drives me, that's what I love, and that's what I love to help people with.
And man, she knows all the platform stuff. When it's like, how do I post this and edit this and where's the algorithm? She knows that stuff. So it's absolutely amazing. All right, Colleen, we'll toss it to you. Colleen and I have also known each other about 2 years, I believe. And it may have started as a friendship, but we also became business besties. She came into my Sales Swagger program, and then I was like, bitch, I need to hire you back because I don't know how to show up on social media. And so she taught me, if I seem at all confident, it's because this woman taught it to me. So thank you for that.
So I guess that's why I'm here. This isn't on? Here, take this one. Okay, thank you. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm here. Again, my name's Colleen Odegaard. I have Thank you. Don't worry, I'm a professional. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Clearly, I'm a professional. I'm a video and media coach, and basically what that means is that I teach you how to be comfortable on camera so that you can connect with your perfect client, get more views, get media attention, tell the story of your business, sell your product, and end up with more cash in your pocket. So when you learn how to do videos that don't suck, it's a game changer. And then you actually can enjoy social media, which is, what we want to see happen.
Yes. Colleen failed to mention that she has been an on-air television presence for 28 years, 11 of which in Charlotte, hosting Charlotte today. So she knows her shit. I just had to point that out. Like I said, we have 2 goats in the room. I'm just honored to be up here with you. My name's Lauren Widrick. I'm a side hustle and sales coach. So that means I can help you start your business, concept to cash flow in 90 days. A little process for that. And once you do that, you're like, oh my God, what's next? The answer is sales. You've got to grow your business so it can become a sustainable livelihood, quit that corporate job, make 6 figures, all the good things that we are here to teach you. So my job is to help you fall in love with sales, take out the creep factor, the ick factor, and teach you how to leverage what they're going to show you to convert to conversations that lead to soulmate clients. So that's what we're here to do tonight. First, we're gonna have a little discussion. This is the perfect size room. We want to hear what freaks you out about these 3 topics. So let me start with Katie. I'm gonna ask you first. Katie, when you're working with your clients, whether they're big corporate clients or individual solopreneurs, what do you see people the most freaked out about? And then we'll toss it to the room and see what else people are experiencing.
Okay,
Let's kill this one.
I'm gonna hit on 2 because I think they're both equal in priority for people. So people are freaked out about social media. We all know this. We all feel this in a way, to a degree, even me. So it's just a familiarity. It's just a getting comfortable. It's just a practice. It's just an experiment. Like, you have to get there, and you just that freaks people out about social media. One being your visual representation, what you look like and what you sound like online. Have to start somewhere, and so there's not a doing it right or doing it wrong. So I just want to kind of get that out of your head, that you're not going to do something inherently right. You're not going to. That's not on the table when it comes to social media. What's on the table is just learning, growing, experimenting, and doing 100%. So those are the 2 big hiccups for people.
So what freaks you guys out about social media? Me is the amount, like every single day I'm like, oh shit, I gotta post something. Like, it feels like a never ending hamster wheel.
What about you? And then we'll throw it to the room. Anything freak you out about social media?
That.
The
Yes.
content hamster wheel.
Yes.
What about you guys? What's the thorn in your side with social media?
That it's always changing and it's that hamster wheel you gotta keep up with.
Yeah, like the algorithm and what's working. Yeah.
New features,
Mm-hmm.
reels,
Mm-hmm.
video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
A mix between personal and business.
Oh
Great,
yeah.
Great thing. Yes.
We can touch on that tonight, actually.
The fact that my 14-year-old's better at it than me.
Uh huh. I know. My 9-year-old's on TikTok and she can do that stuff, and I'm like, what? I can't even edit a simple reel. I have to have Katie do it for me.
Yeah. I feel like Steven Spielberg if I put a reel together. I'm like, oh my God, I'm brilliant. I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah.
I
You
love
are.
that, Colleen. This is hysterical. It's very common, and it's almost kind of by design, right? Like all these platforms doing all these things, and so much of it is putting blinders on. Like legitimately is identifying where you want to be, and we'll get into that. Is identifying where you want to be, where you need to be, where you can make the most impact, and like F everything else. Like seriously, you have to get to that point that you can't. And I will say what helps immensely, just from like a tactic standpoint, if you follow people on Instagram and like every time you open up that app and you're like, God, this person, they're always so perfect or amazing, and they make you feel a certain type of way, mute them, unfollow them. Like you don't need that in your life. It's nothing they're doing, it's your issue. But you can kind of mitigate that by just muting them, putting your blinders on, going after what you know and what you think is the right direction, and then after that, you just got to give it up.
I call that Marie Kondoing.
Yes.
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 If it doesn't spark joy,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, totally.
But really, your feed should fill you up. You just follow stuff that lights you up. You like it. It's funny. It makes you feel good. It inspires you. Follow that. Delete the other things that are not serving you. Yeah.
100%. Because you're out there, you're serving what you want to serve. You're trying to connect with the people you want to connect with, and all that other head garbage is not serving you. Like if you just had blinders on, just did your thing, and just went after the strategy you have identified for yourself, you would be fine. You just really, really got to hone that in. It's tough though. I know it's not easy.
okay, so we're all freaked out about social media. What we're doing is we're kind of understanding all of your fears so that we can unpack and disposition them in just a little bit. We've all heard it's all going to video, right? Like we're all dancing and pointing on TikTok. This is what we're supposed to be doing, right? No, the truth is, and Katie is an expert on this, it's all going to video. So we're starting to hear the more you show up that way, the more you can connect with your audience, but oh my God, we have to do I have to put on makeup? Do I have to have a script? Like it's so confusing. So Colleen, what do you hear from your clients is freaking people out the most about showing up on video?
Well, I'll echo what Katie said. How they look, how they sound. People get very hung up on that, and then we tend to get very critical of ourselves, and we think we sounded dodo, or we looked weird, we did weird things with our hands, awkward in some way. So that's usually the biggest thing. People don't know what to say. They don't know what to say, and they think, oh, but I've got to go for 12 minutes live. You can't make me do a 12-second reel. I can help you with that tonight. I can take whatever your big, fat, fancy idea is that you think you just need all the time in the world for and squish it down into a 12-second reel. You can do that strategically, and then you stretch out your content. But people don't like how they look, how they sound. They worry about what to say, and they just think, who am I to show up? Also what Katie said, we get imposter syndrome, right? We think, well, why do I need to be, offering nutrition advice online? There are millions of people doing that. Sure, there are, but no one is you. You don't know how your voice might resonate with somebody else. So a lot of it is mindset stuff to help you work through the fears of showing up. But once you start and you practice and you show up consistently, it gets easier. It gets so much easier.
Does it sound familiar? Yeah. Yes, that's why I hired her. Both of these ladies.
Well, because you'll do 30 recordings of something, and then you're like, it takes you forever. You get all super irritated and stressed out because you don't know what to say, or you got to the end and then you screwed something up, and you're like, oh shit, gotta do it again. And it's like takes a lot of energy, and then you're exhausted and you think you never want to do it again. So that's what we can help you with, is how how to make it a more efficient process.
What about you guys? Anything else freaking you out about like, oh God, in 2022 I need to do videos, but anything else we haven't mentioned?
It just feels like a big job. I think
Like
that's
a lot of
really good.
work?
Like, a lot of work. Like, ooh, I got enough. You know?
Yeah.
I just want to throw a picture up and be like, we're good.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
It's also showing up as the expert, but then you're so like fumbled over here by all the stuff that you have to do to get the video right and play that part. You're like, if I mess up this, then they're not going to look at me as that expert in my field.
So that, and that's something, that's the head trash stuff too, right? That's once you have once you're practicing more and you don't worry about, is the light right and how does my hair look? I routinely go on Instagram with no makeup and look jacked up, like people look at me like she should have taken 5 minutes, but I show up anyway, because when you do that, when you start to do that, it makes you get out of your own way. Like what I don't want anyone here to do tonight is to leave with like a pretend problem. Like, well, I would do it, but like I just don't have time to do it. We say that because we believe in our minds we don't have time for it. You actually do. What if I told you there are things you can do to make it manageable for you? It doesn't have to be major motion picture, right? You can do it just to start. If you're doing nothing, just to start showing up consistently, that makes a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
You had a question, I'm sorry, yes.
I'm wondering the impact of live videos versus posted or reels.
You want to touch on that real quick?
Yeah, I think if you had to choose between, it kind of depends on what you're doing. But if you had to pick one or the other, I would pick on a consistent basis. I would pick short form video. I would pick reels to really get a handle on how to do them well. Because I think you might progress into live video. I feel like live is like the big dog. And it's like the big daunting thing that's super scary for people. And I feel like the bite-sized reels can get you to that place of doing live a little bit down the road. Like it's a little bit of a baby step situation.
Agree.
Yeah. Start with stuff you can edit. And then when you're feeling swaggy, then you can go live. Also go live with friends.
Yes.
It's easier to banter with somebody than to go by
Yes.
yourself.
Sometimes I think about getting rid of all the people I know in real life on social media so they don't see my.
You want to know something? 100%. That's why I love TikTok. 100% because those people aren't there, and you can be anything, do anything. Like, don't get me started on TikTok, and that reason because it's a brand new audience, and like those people, that head trash is not there because you don't even see those people. It's amazing. Like, anyway, like that's a huge pull, and that's a huge selling point that why people have been gravitating towards TikTok because it's just a brand new, fresh audience, and you don't have like this weight of like, oh, that person from high school who I had like this random back and forth with that one time or whatever, like all that junk. You carry that. It's so ridiculous when you like conceptualize it, but it's so true. I mean, it's true to all of us. Anyway, so for what that's worth, you have to either be okay with that on Instagram, and that's what we're talking a lot about here, it sounds like, or you can find other places to feel okay and get familiar and do your thing. And so yeah, there's always opportunity for that.
Yeah, and let people just think that, I mean, we can
Yes.
talk about that too,
Yes.
because the critics are going to be there anytime you're creating whatever it is that you are creating, right? And let's be that you are creating something. We are all creative people. We are using language to create, whether you are doing arts and crafts, whatever it is that you're doing, we're all creating. People are going to criticize. Just know that they're out there. There are critics out there. We save a seat for them, as Brene Brown says. We don't wait until they're gone. Like, okay, well, I think, all those assholes, they're gone for, Christmas break. And so now it's going to be safe if I go live because they're all busy. Like, we don't want to do that, right? They're always going to be there. So let them be wrong about you, right? Be brave enough to just be willing to fail and maybe have some things that are embarrassing or it didn't work out so well or, ooh, gosh, okay, cringeworthy moment, whatever, but I put myself out there. It's like you're gonna feel afraid, but just do it anyway. So, and I really understand how that is a very, very real thing. And you find yourself editing your words, and you don't want to do anything too silly because they're gonna think you're weird. So then let them think you're weird, right? Yeah. Again, it depends on what your goals are too. If you're trying to if your goal is I'm going to have a $30,000 month with my business, then you're just going to do whatever it takes to get there. If the goal is, so anyway, we can talk more about that. But I hope that helps.
And
Sorry.
to that too. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And what sparked from Colleen talking, and I came to this realization probably about a year ago, is that's what you want to do actually. Is you want to polarize on social media because what that does, it's like, yeah, you're going to have the naysayers and the people who are like turned off and like, what in the world is she doing? Like, this is ridiculous. But you know what happens to that other side is those people are even more drawn to you. The people that like it are even more drawn to you, more deeper connected to you, and want to work with you even more. And that's the magic. Like, that's the people you want. That's the people who will like be your like biggest fans, your biggest cheerleaders, your biggest supporters, and your people who do business with you is the ones who like it. So while it doesn't feel good to like want to turn people off, and it's really, that's the magic journey, is getting closer and more integrated with the people who will have that deep connection to you because you have shown personality and you have shown a voice and an image that they like. And Lauren is like she personifies this so much because she has she will cuss, she will have fun, she will, talk fun and like off the cuff. And that's what people love about her. That's what I love about her. And that just draws you closer to her. So don't be like your freak flag. Don't be afraid to let that freak flag show because it's truly your magic. It's truly what draws people to you.
It's called compel and repel. Yes, you want to compel the people to take action and repel the rest. So you segued perfectly into sales, right? Forgive me, close your ears. I don't love social media that much, except for the fact that when you do it right, sales becomes so much easier. I'm not in it for the creativity, right? But if you go to my Instagram account right now, the top post says, quit dicking around. The one under it says, side hustle cock blockers, right? There's probably some people in this room and a ton of people out there that are like, no, I do not want to hang out with that chick. But then there's a slice of freaks like me that are like, what's a side hustle cock blocker? Like, okay, I want to check that out. So I will say this. So like you're hearing it, like we're going to get to hardcore tactics. We're going to give you guys coaching. We're going to give you your 12-second reel by the end of tonight. But you can see it's all a head game, and it's the same with sales. So the number one thing I hear people being freaked out about when it comes to their sales game is seeming too pushy, needy, grabby, begging type energy, right? And
It's grody.
Women in particular are uncomfortable bragging about themselves. So I have a question in all of my coaching programs, and many of you have been asked this. What makes you the GOAT? Or as Brittany likes to say, why you? Right? If you're like, well, I don't know why me. Like, I got certified as a health coach, so I'm healthy, and I don't know, I got the certification. It's like, no, that's not why you. You have a very compelling story, you have a very compelling angle. You have a combination of experiences that nobody else has, and if you can't talk about that, you're not going to compel or repel. Everyone will be lukewarm about you. And that makes sales really hard because when everyone's lukewarm about you, you have to go cold message 100 people a week on LinkedIn, right? Because they don't know who you are. They're not turned on or off by you. So they're just like, who dis in my inbox, right? So this is why I like social media. I call it the lube. The lube to the outcome you desire. Could have gone so much worse, right? But when you do
I don't
it right.
understand. Tell me more.
Oh, girl.
Explain this to us.
I just don't understand this.
So what freaks you guys out about sales?
I could go.
Yeah.
The feeling pushy, like how many times you ask or reach out or what have you to not like, ooh, is it too much? Are you like pushing? Yeah, it's probably that uncomfortableness of it.
Yes.
Having the ability to like talk to people, fine, but like be salesy, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
Mine is the storytelling. It's probably a combination of all you all. The storytelling of the why me.
is like I know the why me, but it's like bleh, you know, and so it's not compelling on social media. Transitioning to sales, you know, so
Disagree. You're very compelling on social media, but I know the
I
feeling.
don't recognize
Oh my
that.
God, it's so compelling. Yes. See, like.
Yeah, I think I just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's bragging about yourself.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're so conditioned not to do that. So
There's a great book called Brag Better, written by Meredith Feynman. I interviewed her on a podcast episode, and she says, I love what she says about bragging. She says, think of it as stating facts about your work. You're stating facts. You sold this many. You sold out your class. You sold out your Masterclass. You know, Beth, you've been in real estate for 30 years in Charlotte. That's facts about your work.
Yeah.
Think of it like, does that help you to get over the, like, oh, it feels braggy, or it feels like, if I ever see any of you make a video like, humble brag, or I don't, you know, like, it's no big deal. I will find you, and I'm gonna make you redo it. I'm gonna stand over you, I'm gonna ask you for your password, we're gonna take it down, we're gonna take that shit down, and I'm gonna ask you to make something else. Say it. I've been serving families in Charlotte for more than 30 years. No one knows this city like me, or, you know, like, you say it like that, stating facts about your work. Just a good thing to remember.
Anybody want to practice? Any brave soul want to state a couple facts about their business? Yes.
I want to hear it.
I'm a nurse practitioner in psychiatry, and I've worked for lots of hospitals, and I went last year into private practice, and I know that I listen better than all the psychiatrists who have more training than me, and I have better results than they do.
I believe that.
I just need to tell more people that.
That's some damn facts, right? Yes.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. I felt that.
That just rolled off the tongue.
Yeah. That was
See?
awesome. That was awesome.
What else? One more, and then we'll keep going.
I like to hear women
Yes.
brag about themselves, but I like you to say it unabashedly and own it. Yeah.
So good.
Colleen already said that. I like it.
Do you want to repeat it back to make sure you have it?
Yeah, right?
But I'm Beth Shuey. I'm a kick-ass realtor in Charlotte. I've been doing this for 30 years, and nobody knows this town any better than I do.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
All right.
Doesn't it feel good to say that? Yes, yes.
Little on-the-fly homework assignment. We're gonna keep blabbering up here, but for the next 10 seconds, like, write down what makes you the GOAT. And it's just facts,
Facts about your work.
right? A couple facts about your work. Do not leave this room tonight without showing that to us. Okay, so we've gone over the fears, what hangs people up. You guys are hearing it's mostly head stuff. We're all cheerleaders. We're all here to kick your butt, to hug you, to make it go down, but you all want tactics, right? Like, what do I post about? What platform do I post on? What do I say in the DM, right? What do I say on camera? I think that's what you guys want as well, yes? Okay, so we're gonna break the next part of this conversation into new business owners and more experienced owners looking to scale, because the strategies are different. Okay, so who here in the room is like new-ish, 1 to 2 years in business? Yes, okay, cool. Who here is like 3 to 5 years in business? Okay, who here has teams? I'm just curious. Yes. Okay, this helps, this helps. So I hope y'all agree. I'm going on a limb and saying I think the strategies you would do as a newbie to get your first 1, 2, and 3 clients, at least for sales, are different than to get your next 10 to 50 clients.
Yes.
It's a different game on social media and in sales. So let's start with Katie again. So let's say I'm a side hustler. Brand new business, I have no clients. And I'm like, oh shit, I guess I do Instagram. Like, what do I do for the first, call it 3 months? What platform? What do I post about? Do I engage? Like, I'm lost. What do I do as a brand new business owner?
Okay. First, amazing. Congratulations. You have your business. You're pumped. I'm here for it. We're all pumped, right? You want to jump right on social media and declare it to the world and share it with everybody, right? Great. I want to get you there, but there's some foundational elements, and I don't want to be a buzzkill, but pump your brakes for a second and get some foundational elements on paper, organized. It's probably in your head. You might have already established this. I mean, it's kind of like business planning stuff, but you can make it sexier. So it's really getting super clear on 3 things. Starting off, before you post that first post, you need to get super clear on your purpose. Yes, for your business, hopefully you have that, but your purpose for being on social media. Number 1. Number 2, your audience. Who are you trying to connect with? Like, you think you want to connect with everybody and anybody, yes, but you can be super poignant about who is going to be the most impactful to connect with because you don't have much time. So that leads me to the 3. Be super clear and realistic with how much time you have to dedicate to marketing. I'm not even going to say social media because social media is a part of your overall marketing. And yes, even as a small business, even if you're just starting out, you should have some ideas or thoughts or strategies around marketing as a whole, and social media shouldn't be all of your marketing. It's a part of it, it can be a big part of it, but it's not all of your marketing. So, you've figured out how much time you have to dedicate to marketing. Therein lies how much time you have dedicate to social media too. Then we're jumping on social media. So first, what I always recommend people to do when they're starting out, you are identifying 1 or 2 platforms for the first 3 to 6 months to a year. 1 or 2 only, like no more than that, because you will overwhelm yourself, and I hear it all the time. And so you need to identify 1 to 2 platforms, and I will say it's usually Instagram, LinkedIn. It would be hard-pressed for that to be YouTube. It would be hard-pressed for that to be Twitter. It would be hard-pressed for that to be Pinterest, although there might be a case for that. I would say it's LinkedIn, it's Instagram, it might be Facebook, but there are other strategies involved with Facebook. I would say you're probably falling there. So you need to be all in on 1 to 2 platforms, and you need to be consistent and feel like you understand the platform, you understand what works. Like you're building 3 to 6 months. You're consistently posting week after week. You're posting several times throughout the week, hopefully. And you are learning that platform. You're learning what's resonating with people because you're just learning as you're going. You're learning what people engage with. You're learning what imagery people are like drawn to. You're learning what messaging, how you speak, your voice. If you say you in a post, or if you say y'all in a post, or if you say come join me, like all of those things you're learning because you're doing this on your own. Like more than likely, you're a solo person and you're doing this on your own. So you're just learning, you're posting consistently on a regular basis, and you are engaging with people. You are finding your people on LinkedIn. You are finding your people on Instagram, whether that's through hashtags, whatever. You are commenting back to every single person who comments on one of your posts. You are DMing back anybody that touches any of your content, like you are super grateful for that person, and you receive that, and you give that energy back because that is like a gift to you. So there's that. And I will say too, if you're a super small business and you're just starting out, back to the Reels conversation, back to the short form video conversation, that is such an impactful strategy, an impactful feature, short form video, getting on short form video, because I will tell you, I have been in social media for a long time. I have never seen visual platforms, this many of the main visual platforms prioritizing the same kind of content at the same time ever. Like that has never happened. So that should tell you how powerful short form video is. So whether that's TikTok, whether that's Instagram Reels, whether that's idea pins on Pinterest, whether that's shorts on YouTube, you can repurpose and redo all those things, use those things in those various spots, but just know that every platform is prioritizing short form video, so it would behoove you to learn how to get confident with short form video and how to make that work for your strategy, because that is the most bang for your buck right now. Mm-hmm. It really is.
Mm-hmm. All right, question. I'll hop in, then I'm going to throw it to you because you'll.
Yeah. Short. I know you said 12 seconds.
Let's do it.
I get blabbering, and then I'm like, well, sometimes it's 3 minutes, and then I'm like 7, and I'm like, shut up.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to help you with that.
We're going to help you.
For that clarifying question. Thank you. It's in the format of Instagram Reels. If you make an Instagram Reel, you are making a short form video. So it's a specific placement in these platforms. So yes, technically a 15-second selfie video that you do, that is a short form video. But in the text that I'm speaking in and we're speaking in, it's specifically a TikTok video, or it's specifically an Instagram Reel, or it's specifically an idea pin on Pinterest, or it's specifically a YouTube short. So it's a format and there is a culture around it and there's audio and there's ways to do things that are very unique to that type of content that is different than just a video of 15 seconds.
Does that help? Okay, I'm gonna make this like tactical as fuck for you. Because my program, Slay Your Side Hustle, people have no business whatsoever. And they're like, what do I post about? And I'm like, here's a sample content calendar. So keep me honest. I can only remember 4 of the 5 types of posts that convert. Side Hustle graduates, help me out. 1 is a mini training. All right, my top 3 tips to blah, get result that your clients want. Okay, once a week, do a mini training. Bullet points or video, which he's gonna teach you how to do in a hot second. 2 is walk the walk. Show your clients that you do the shit you teach them, right? So I teach sales. An example of me doing a walk the walk post would be like, here I am about to connect with a client. Here's how I'm preparing and settling myself before the sales call. You can do the same. I do the stuff that I teach you. Walk the walk, okay? 3 is social proof. So get a client testimonial or talk about an experience that you had with a client and how they got a result. 4, I cannot remember. Thank you. Scars. Okay, so talk about a challenge that you've overcome. Because your clients are going through that challenge. I remember how hard sales was for me. I was awful boner poking people on LinkedIn. If you don't know what that means, that's my little trademark phrase. Cold poking people on LinkedIn, it was the worst. But I learned how to do it better, and now here's how I do it better. Thank you, Danielle. Scar. And then 5 is promotion. So the whole point of social media as a brand new business owner is to get people to hang out with you in real life like this. Social media is not sales. The minute you get clear on that, the minute you will start to make more money. Because a lot of us are like, I have a program launching in January. Here's the link to sign up for the program. And ain't nobody signing up for the program, right? I make this mistake too. What you want to do is compel people to come be with you. If you have a service-based business, be in your energy. Come to your panel. Come to your webinar. Come have a one-on-one audit or small bite conversation with you. Come be with me is the point of social media. It's not to sell your shit unless you're selling widgets that are $10. If you're selling a service, they need to come be in your energy. That's the point.
100%.
Do you see that shift? Yes.
Solely product based.
What's your product?
Wax for licensed estheticians.
Who's your buyer?
Licensed estheticians.
Oh, okay, got it.
Like that's it. 25 to 35-year-old licensed estheticians. And I'm not one. So this makes it even better.
You answer this one, Katie. Okay.
Where are they?
Everywhere.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Realize
Okay. What you're doing. They're everywhere.
like your hairdresser that does your eyebrows uses wax. The nail salon, they don't use good wax, but they use wax. So like I struggle with like product based and not being a nice esthetician to be able to do these lives and do these reels and trying to get the content because I rely a lot on my clients and customers to like send me videos, let me do discount, give me videos, before and afters.
In these scenarios, especially when it's like a B2B situation, you are needing to set yourself up as to talk around everything they care about. Like,
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm like speaking to the choir here. Getting in their heads, what all do they care about, like at home, in their business? Like, it's not just wax. It's not just stripping somebody's bikini hair. Like, you're talking about like.
When you open up my Instagram for like the business, it's just
No.
You got to show us that.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's a good party joke. When you're like, you want to see what social media looks like?
You could do so well with some entertaining content. I mean, Colleen's like
I
a.
can't repost that stuff because I can't do it, but it's really funny.
Let me ask you this. Why you? Why your product? Why your wax?
Yeah, no, I've got that down.
Okay, what is it?
It comes from the UK. It's natural products, not made of. Are you a licensed esthetician?
No, she's from the UK.
I can usually scope them out because they got amazing eyebrows. But yeah, it comes from the UK. It's made of natural products versus like the synthetics and the plastic fillers they're using now to make it cheaper. And it gives amazing results. Like it's to the point that the licensed esthetician using it is shocked
how well it removes the hair, and they don't have to use more wax. And the clients are coming back saying, "Oh my God, that didn't even hurt. Like, what are you doing different?" And then they come back saying their results lasted longer. I'll have girls that go get waxed by somebody using it as a licensed esthetician, and they're like, "What did you just use? I need this." So it's bringing a brand to the U.S. that's been around in Europe for 15, 20 years, sold in 23 other countries, and trying to make it up there with the big brands here, and it's little old me with a licensed veterinary technician background.
Question I also like to.
It's got cruciate. But when it comes to sales, I'm like,
What works for you?
Instagram. The last 3 years, it is solely me down a rabbit hole, reaching out to Karen in Kansas, and just liking your stuff, commenting, talking, getting samples out. I've grown it like crazy, but I'm like, there's more. This is without doing reels. This is literally like a rabbit hole for 3 years.
Engagement is so key, isn't it? Because I feel like we want to do the fire hose of content, but yeah, you're preaching the engagement like piece of this.
Searching hashtags, finding my competition's followers, reaching out, liking their stuff. Like, just it takes so much time, but it's paid off.
It's working.
Yeah, but I just don't know what I'm like the next thing. Because everybody's like TikTok, and I'm like, oh my God, I do all my God.
But if what you're doing is working,
I just feel like I'm missing something.
Okay.
That's why she's helping me.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. So we're going to skip to the part of people who are scaling beyond startup. We're going to like hop over there for a second.
Yeah, because I know probably a lot of people in the room are like personal based, like
Yeah.
themselves, with their company. Where I'm literally just
Product.
I'm just like, I always make sure I put my name on stuff when I send DMs. Like, I make sure it's
That's
very
great.
personal, so they know it's a person and not just like a bot. But I'm struggling with like, how do I get this do more when I can't really be the face of it?
It's labor intensive. That's where I went in my business too. I finally said, I'm in year 6. I'm sick of the one-to-one messaging Karen. You know what I mean? Like, so let me ask you this. Who is the buyer that would buy 500 units at a pop?
The girl doing full-blown body waxing on a regular basis. Like girls that go through 20 kilos of wax a week.
Yes. So who's influential in that space?
I have found a couple, but they're already snagged up by my competitors.
Oh, you can disrupt, my friend. Because you're better.
I'm trying, trust me. I found anybody that's got like a big phone, and as soon as I'm like, hey, can I send you a sample? I look and they're like sponsored by Starpill. I'm like, damn it.
There's Blue Ocean. I know it's frustrating, and this is the sales swagger that we build. You've mastered your level. You could keep doing what you're doing and be fine.
But I'm like,
And you crave that next level.
yeah.
Right? So like your first 10 attempts may have gone to dead ends. But there's 10 more attempts behind it. Right? Like who here has a business was like, shit, I didn't sell anything for the first 3 months or 6 months. Like it took me 2.5 years to bust out of my side hustle. Right? Like it is a commitment. But when you're scaling, it's the same amount of effort to DM individual customers than to go DM crazy ass influencer you think you have no business reaching out to.
I have no shame in my game.
Yeah. So like call Gwyneth Paltrow. Like get crazy with this. Because I can tell you have swagger and confidence.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll get into anybody's and be like, hey, wanna try this? I think it's great. I bet you'll love it. I love it.
What should she say on video that's gonna make her go viral?
But I don't ever get on video. I don't because I'm selling a product, and I'm not a licensed esthetician, so I don't feel like I stay out of Facebook groups and stuff like that because I feel like it coming from licensed estheticians speak louder than me selling it.
You have the voices of hundreds of.
Oh hell yeah.
She needs to be on video. She's a ball. She's a baller.
I mean, I use it myself, but again, I'm always
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Why can't you say,
somebody's gonna call me out and be like, "You did that wrong."
you want smooth skin, you want results that last a long time, this is the wax you should be using. I use it all the time. Whoo, Kelly Clarkson, right? I use it all the time. Rip that hair off. It's better. It's smoother. It's better. They've been raving about it.
Imposter syndrome, because I
That's what it is.
one thing wrong, I'm gonna have a lot of angriness and stuff. Like, and no nitpick. Like I put up a video that's on YouTube and it's from our UK office and it's filmed in South Africa. It's crazy it sounds. And I don't use gloves. And the amount of hate mail I get over it, and I specifically say on there like this is not filmed in this country. Like this is why they don't have gloves on. And I've had people refuse to even use the product So it's like that imposter
Good.
syndrome.
They're not cool.
Yeah.
Like, good.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not saying, you're not misrepresenting, as long as you're not misrepresenting yourself,
Right.
right? This is why I sell this to all these estheticians, the best estheticians across the country, because it's such a good product. You don't have to demonstrate. You can just zhuzh the wax, like.
I just pick it up because
Right.
the best I can do is like pick it up and swirl it around and show it melting. And
So
that's the best I can do. without-
do that, but say the things that are beneficial.
Okay.
You can just say what's beneficial about it. You could do that in a reel.
Yeah.
Lots of different reels.
What's in it, like what's different ingredient, because there's less chemicals in that one than what you get here, and that's why the ones here sting, and people are scared to get waxed here.
I know. I always tell my friends like.
I mean, it's so much more natural. Can you show what it hasn't got in it?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a huge
For
selling
one
point
thing.
for me. I
I mean,
would
a lot of
seek out estheticians that would use your product because
yeah,
that is
that's
huge for me.
But then there's the whole like competitor that came out saying hypoallergenic because they use synthetics, and ours is beeswax and pine resin, two major allergens. But it's synthetic, it's natural material, and they want a hypoallergenic one. You can
Call them out.
It's plastic.
It's like, would
Call
you
'em
like
out.
plastic
Just-
or would you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this.
Consumers wouldn't understand that, but if you just
Yeah.
broke it down and
Yeah.
not myth busting.
Myth
Like you don't have to call it that, but you
The buyers aren't the consumers. The buyers are the estheticians. I've never known how to say that word. Waxers. The buyers are the waxers. So I challenge you to say something on video to the effect of like, y'all have no idea how many pictures of lady parts I get. That's how good this is. People love the results so much. Your clients will love the results so much. You're gonna get lady bit pics. Because that's what the estheticians want. That's what they want. They want their clients to be like, holy shit, Jane is the best waxer. Everything feels amazing. All her friends, they want more money. They want more clients. So speak to that.
That's the story you tell, and you can use your face and your voice to do that.
Hell yes.
And you don't have to call anyone else out like they have bad stuff in theirs. You just say what's so great about. No, I don't like that either.
That fine line is like.
Yeah. So anyway, but whatever your business is, think about what makes it good. Say that, and get over the I'm not an esthetician. If you were standing there like full on waxing somebody, yeah, that would not be cool, right? No, don't do that. So just do it as long as it's authentic and real and it's true, right? Do that.
And
Yeah.
so, in general, for reals, just easy wins, and you might already be doing that. It's just to consistently, like, just do like voiceover. All you're doing is like picking up the wax, whatever, trending audio, do a voiceover, and you will love whatever you're talking, picking up the wax, trending audio to get that pickup from Instagram, and it's the coolness of the visual of the wax. Because you just want that visual element to catch people like, oh wait, there's movement here, let me stop my scroll, let me look at this, and then you're getting the juice from Instagram because it's a trending audio, and just have that voiceover talk because that's such.
Voice on them. I just do the melting, pick the spatula up,
Yep.
and then tag it, and they do really well. I've never thought to like just use my voice.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to.
Voiceover, yes.
Like this is what I'm here for.
And there's a button. It's like a microphone, boop, and there's a voiceover, and you just talk over it.
Okay.
It's a head game and a tactic game, right? So we just told you, like, Queen, do this. You talking about your product in this room is turning us all on. So you have to do it, and do it in a reel the way she just told you to, and use your voice. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna keep us rolling. The question was, first getting started, what do you do? And Katie's like, pick one or two platforms, test, respond, like, don't overwhelm yourself, but be consistent. I'm over here like, try these 4 or 5 post types, knowing that they won't sell. They will only lead people to talk to you. So Colleen, let's say we've got a newer business owner in here. And they're like, okay, video, like where would you have them start? What are the fundamentals?
Your video should be a piece of content that serves your perfect client. It should serve your audience. Your video content shouldn't be so much about you. Make it about them, like what they need or that you're here for them. We get on video and we say, I'm so excited about this announcement. That is the worst freaking opening line you could come up with ever.
Are
no
you
one
serious?
gives 2 shits about your fucking announcement. Sorry. No one gives 2 shits
No,
about your
I do that
announcement.
all the time.
Right? Like, okay,
calling calls
exciting
out.
news. You've just wasted a second. People decide in a second if they're going to stick with you. I mean, we are so ADD with this. Think about how you consume. Think about what makes you stop. You want your person to lean in, right? Think about what makes you lean in. Maybe somebody's really funny. Maybe it's a really pretty design picture. Maybe it's the compelling language, right? Using words like cock block, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's
You
what
think
it
it's
is.
water.
But that's how you are, I want you to think of it as its own little gift to your people. People tell me all the time that they want to speak or they want to create video. They're not really sure why. That's why I like that Katie said, why are you doing this? What is the purpose of you showing up, right? To let people know about your awesome product, your awesome service, and show them a little bit of flavor about who you are. And you can do that through video, but just make it, if you remember, this should be a gift to somebody. This isn't about me going like, oh my God, it was so hard when I started my business and nobody was, at that point, it's not relevant, right? You just want to grab your person. So to me, it's clients won't complain about the burn. They're gonna have smooth skin, and it's gonna last for 3 months. And Daddy gonna get lucky tonight. Like that's a reel. That's a reel, and you can do that, right? I mean, like that's how you do it. It's just don't say like my product is so awesome, and I love my product, and well, it's from the UK. That's also not the best first line because I think it's relevant. It's not the best first line, right? I want it to not hurt my vagina, and I want it to the wax. I want it to be smooth, and I want the results to last as long as they can.
Qualify that.
Right? Like that's what you tell people, and you just keep telling them over and over again. What was the question? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Well, let's test an audience member here. Like, who's
Let's
like,
make it.
tomorrow I need to make a video about my business. Pick one of the ones I said. Mini training, introduction, whatever. Like, who's like, I want Colleen to wordsmith my video for tomorrow. Y'all better take her up on this
Who's got
because,
something to post?
Yeah.
yes.
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
Behind Beth. Yeah.
I mean, like, just in terms of, like, what I would say on my video.
Yeah, on a reel. And again, we're going to think short form. As much as I love IGTV, people aren't watching them anymore. So if you can stick with reels, shooting things in reels, right? That's best.
So we'll help you with this. In plain speak, what would you want your audience to know tomorrow? If you were challenged to make a video, what would you want them to walk away with?
That there's help for their anxiety.
Okay, great.
Because we're in a pandemic, and I see a lot of teenagers and college students, and they feel very out of control. And so I want them to understand that their mood can change, and that they are in control of how they feel, and that I can help them feel calmer. And I think a lot of them have had really bad experiences in the past. And so I can be like a more relatable source to solving the problem with them.
Could you give some tips or like actually teach a little bit in that video or like?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what I need to do is, I mean, because there's so many diagnoses that have anxiety as a component. So what I want to be is the person that you come to, like I live in the Lake Norman area, so I want to start out as like, I want to be the business that you come to if you have a family member or a kid or somebody that you know that is struggling with anxiety. And then that can be, I mean, there's so much content.
It's not just for kids. You don't just treat teenagers and college students. You treat all
I
humans.
see 14 and up.
14 and up. Okay, but so is that your focus though?
Hire people that do
Okay.
down, but right now.
But your primary focus though is teenagers.
No.
It's okay. Anyone
But
14.
I just
Okay.
found that since the pandemic, there is a huge need for that.
So remember I said let the video be a gift. 3 ways to feel less anxious right now. Breathe. We forget to breathe. Breathe on purpose. That's your reel. That's it. You do another reel the next day. It's or say rattle off the 3 things. But it could be one thing to do right now to feel less anxious. Breathe. Gosh, we forget to breathe all the time. If you do that, inhale longer on the exhale. Doesn't that feel good? That's your reel. Next day you do reel. Feeling anxious about Christmas and overspending. What's something they can do? You know, set your budget, right? You're feeling anxious because you think your mother-in-law is going to talk shit about your hair or your cooking. You know, remember, setting boundaries is what's going to, so, you know, remember, you can physically remove yourself from the room. That'll help you cut down your anxiety. Go outside, take a 5-minute walk around the block. That's a reel. So, do you see how those are little tidbits of information we can all walk away with right now? If I'm feeling anxious about my mother-in-law, I can, oh, thank you. If you want to be the person people come to, be the person people come to. You can show that online. That's just you giving good information because you want to give people the good stuff that you know they can use right now before they even have to spend a penny with you. That's the mistake people make. They come on and they're like, I help you not be anxious and you should all come to me, and then nobody comes to you. And then you're upset because you're like, it didn't work and the video doesn't work and nobody comes to me. But why? Like, why would I come to you? Like, all these shrinks are out here treating anxiety. If I like you though, if I like you on social media, I think she's cool. Like, she seems so sweet. Or, you know, I'd like to go have a glass of wine with her. She seems fun. Or she really knows her stuff. You can show us that on Instagram. Then I like you. And then I come to you. So that's why I hit the consistency, which do as I say, not as I do. But the consistency is so important. And if you've got this robust library of content, when people come to look you up and they see you on Instagram, they go, wow, look at all these great all this information she's provided. Does that make sense? So that can be your reel.
And I know we mentioned this on our IG Live. I don't know who caught that, but truly, video is, and that's what's so great about Colleen and what she teaches and helps people with, is video is the quickest way to like cut through and for people to resonate with you and like to really connect with people and like that know, like, and trust, you know, that everybody says. But truly, I mean, a static image is not as impactful as a video and showing up and showing your face and somebody hearing your voice. Like, after a few times, you feel like you know that person. And it's so powerful, and that's why video is so important. But it's such a learning curve, and it's so hard to get over that mental hurdle and whatever. But on the other side of that is amazing connection with your ideal client. So that's why I really put emphasis on video, and that's, I think, why we all do, in that how quickly it cuts through. Like, a week's worth of static images is not going to do what one video would do, you know? So it's just the most bang for your buck, really.
So I actually have a tactical exercise for you guys. Colleen taught me this. You taught me this. Potency, right? Come up with your lead. Colleen says don't bury the lead. So right now, write down your first sentence. And a good way to start is, are you sick and tired of? So for instance, like, are you sick and tired of going to therapy and feel like it's going nowhere? That would be for you, right? Mine is like, are you sick and tired of sales being so hard? I have another opener. Has money made you its bitch? Like, people with money struggles. So write down, and again, this isn't, your opening line doesn't have to be this format, but it's an easily accessible one. Mm-hmm. Write down, like, are you so over? Are you so done with this thing in like 6 words? Because then you'll capture their attention. If somebody's like, oh damn, yes, I am sick of that. I think why I hired Colleen is she had a video that said, are you tired of sucking on camera? 3 things. 1, look at the camera hole. Don't look at yourself on screen. 2, put a Post-it on the screen so you know what you're saying. 3, land the freaking plane. Have a call to action at the end. I watched that, it was shook. It took 20 seconds. And so helpful. Mm-hmm. So I think that was your opening line. I might have morphed it in my head. Are you sick of sucking on camera? But like, isn't that compelling? Because like, it's like, I'm sick of sucking on camera. Can you guys come up with your one-liners?
Yes.
What is it, girl?
Are you so tired of trying so many skincare products without visible results?
Yes.
Yes.
Jordan Fields.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you so sick of those bottles cluttering your countertop that don't work?
Yes.
Are you so sick of still having melasma after 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Like, even, like, less words?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More.
Yes.
Punch him in the face with it.
Yes, more punch him in the
More
face.
specific, more like getting in like specific. You're like, that is my girl, that's my thing. That's yes, there she is. She's talking to me. And
Stubby lashes.
Yes.
Yes.
all of that. Like, you have content for days.
You're
So
tired of
much
wasting
content.
money?
So much content. Yeah.
You're tired of looking in the mirror and not liking what you see?
and a quick way too to cut through is saying you. It's not y'all. You're talking to one person on the end of that screen. You're talking to one person. They're not recognizing themselves as a group. Like, why are you saying y'all? Hey y'all. It's you. How are you? You sick of? It's you. I like to drive that point home because it's not something you like inherently think of, but it's very poignant.
People say, hey, you guys, you hear that all the time. It's nicer to say, direct it to your person. Your perfect client is sitting there. Also to help you with your opening line, ask yourself, this is why you have to know your ideal client so well. I want you to give her a name. Like, I want you to know her, exactly who she is. What does she care about? What upsets her? Who is she on her worst day? If she's feeling ugly and she's scrolling through Instagram and she's seeing all the dodo, boss babes on the beach, and she's like, oh, that doesn't make her feel good, right? So what is she struggling with on her worst day? Talk to her. You can say a lot to her in 12 seconds.
Okay, I've taken us way off schedule. Let me get us back on schedule here. We can land the plane in like 10 minutes or so. Sales. What should a new or experienced business owner do when it comes to sales? Right, so we're giving you guys great content. How do we convert it into clients? So first things first, like I said, the content should drive people to an experience with you. This is when sales becomes easier. So for instance, invite them to a panel. We talked about this. Invite them to your webinar, your info session. It allows for a warm opening. So let me like display the difference. Boner poke. Follow somebody's hashtag. Okay, she looks like a coach who needs clients. I'm gonna boner poke her. Okay. Hi Jane, you seem cool. Just want to let you know that I help people exactly what you're doing. I help them grow clients. I have a program called Slay Your Side Hustle. Would you like more information about it? She's going to be like, bitch, you don't know me. Right? Because I get those on LinkedIn all the time. Like, bitch, you don't know me. But at a minimum, you could start following them, like comment on their stuff, engage, and then be like, once they follow you back, be like, I'm so glad you're following me. What type of content type of content brought you here? I always ask that. Is it side hustle? Is it sales? Is it swagger? Like, what brought you here? And then if they don't answer, I don't bug them, right? But if they do answer, we take the next step. Every step is consensual. It starts and ends with a question. And if they ghost on you, don't poke them again, right? You only take it to the next step when they reciprocate something. So my DM conversations when I'm selling kind of go like, you seem cool, love what you're up to, awesome. You too, awesome. We're following each other, we like each other. Hey, you would be perfect to come to, we're having this social media and sales masterclass next week. You should come have a beer with us. We haven't sold them yet because we don't know if they have a need for our service, right? But they might come to something like this and be like, I literally need help with sales. And I've now taken the patience and care to earn their trust. Right? So there's a little bit of a formula. I don't like formulas, but like step 1, connect. Step 2, give compliments, right? And don't give fake compliments. If you don't like their page, don't like their page. Just move on, right? 3, if reciprocated, be like, tell me more about your business. I'd love to support you. What type of content brought you here? Cool. 4, if they're like, I came for side hustle tips, you can be like, oh, I have a guide for that. It's called the Side Hustle Playbook. Check it out. 5, if they checked it out, be like, okay, come to my webinar. 6, we should work together. I can help you with your sales game. Now, if that sounds labor intensive, it is, but this is for brand new business owners. It's what's called a ground game, and it's what's required. I made my first 6 figures with no social media. I'm not suggesting you do that because that's a dodo move. Don't do that. I was being a weenie because I worked at Wells Fargo. I was afraid of all that. Like, don't do that because the social media is the lube. It's going to take that process I just gave you down to like a matter of a week or 2. Right? Yes.
Every follower that I get, if I go back and see that it's a licensed esthetician or someone within like my avatar, what have you want to call it, I go back and write them a message, say, hey, thanks so much for the follow. Let me know if you've got any questions about our products. Have you used them before? Here's a website to go to. And then I sign it with my name. Every single person that follows me.
That's fabulous. A new follower message is the bomb.
Like conversation.
Yes.
Really well received videos because they like to see that it's like a person versus like they don't know who's on the other side.
So this can get overwhelming because you're like, oh my God, I'm talking to 30 people and I'm at different stages with all 30 people. Like, how do I keep track of this, right? So if anybody's interested, email me after this. I have a sales tracker for you where you put their name and then there's like a stage of the process, right? And you can just like X, 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 X. Connect on social media? X. Are we actually talking? X. Are they an ideal client? X. Have they downloaded one of my things? Like, some people can skip. Sometimes people meet you like, Brittany, I think we met and we're working together like 3 days later. Right? So I don't want you to think this has to be labor intensive, but I want you to be prepared for the nurture and the ground game.
Lauren's process is beautiful and it works amazingly well. And it's so genuine because I did have a hang up about sales too. And I will say, going through Lauren's program and using Lauren's sales structure and the process, I somehow, by the grace of this whole process, I was amazed, sold my first person. Like through this process, she wanted to talk to me and get to know me and get to know my services, got on a call, went through this whole process that Lauren taught me, and she signed up that day. And I was like, out of my mind. I ran downstairs and I talked to John. I was like, John, and I don't know, I'm on the phone. We work together in the house all the time. Like, John, it worked. Oh my gosh. She's amazing. She likes me. She wants to work with me. She is buying full service, like everything. Like, it's incredible. And it's like, it works. And it's not like it's not a gross process, because what you're doing with the services and what your business is, you're trying to help people. Like, you have something to offer them to help them, and they need your help. That's why they're coming to you. So it's just an exchange of give and take, and you both want the thing. So it's not like you're pulling it out of them. So it's just a really, really amazing process, and it works. And it's so exciting. It's so nice, and it's so like kind and comfortable.
It's true.
Her business is blowing the hell up, by the way. I mean, it's been, 9 months since that moment, and like, people are beating down her door. It's wild, but it's consensual. That's the word. When people, the reason I call it a boner poke, it's a joke from our clubbing days in our 20s. You guys remember going clubbing? I haven't been clubbing in a decade. I'm a suburban mom who lives in Fort Mill.
I want to go clubbing.
Ice skating last night. I was like, ooh.
Did you get a handstand? I want to go clubbing, by the way. Like, I want to go clubbing. I just don't know where to go. Yes, let's go.
Janelle knows.
So the point is, you and your girlfriends are dancing in a circle, and you're all like feeling yourselves or having a cocktail. It's great. And then all of a sudden, what do you feel up against your butt is somebody's boner. Do you guys remember this? And you're like, what? So you turn around, you don't even know, like, literally the boner touches you first before eye contact, handshake, hi, wave, wink. It's the boner first. So when I termed it the boner poke,
So true.
because on LinkedIn, I think LinkedIn is the most egregious. On LinkedIn, I get boner poked for software development services, recruiting, people who want to grow my leads, like in my business, and it's just like, bitch, I don't know you. This is invasive.
I don't get LinkedIn. It's a whole mystery to me. I don't know what's going on there. What's occurring?
What are your thoughts on LinkedIn?
It could.
My husband's like, LinkedIn. I'm like, yeah, but what are people on there? Like, I don't. It's this weird world.
You're doing similar things. You are in a unique space, but you are doing similar things on LinkedIn. I repurpose my Instagram content to LinkedIn all the time.
Product or something like when we rebranded our bags and stuff. But I'm like, what are people on there doing? Like, I feel like it's just. I honestly thought it was for people to find jobs.
Well, no, it's much more. And LinkedIn can be very powerful, I will tell you. And this is like, LinkedIn audience is so like warm already, and they're already, they're already professional.
Why are they on there?
To network.
To network.
To network.
So it's not a sales, like you're not pushing sales, you're like literally just talking to people.
You're talking to people. It's another way to connect with people. It's another audience. It's people who have a higher income than typical Instagram or typical. I mean, from a demo and from a from a numbers basis, it can get weird, but no, it can be powerful. 100%.
So LinkedIn, this is my pet peeve with this, because your resume is almost on there. So as a new business owner, I get a lot of what I am. I'm a consultant and a coach, so I'll get a lot. I'm a college consultant, so I work with the teens, but I go through the parents. They're my sales.
That's sure.
So the parents will
video idea.
For
Is that
LinkedIn or for
actual
Instagram?
feedback you
matter.
get, or is okay? I didn't know if that was just.
Because
Her
my
competitors have more years of
past
experience.
is
Why is she better?
pretty strong,
Mm-hmm.
but networking in what I used to do is very strong. So I thought I could just sort of
I'm gonna stand for a
grow
second.
that a little bit, but it hasn't because it's like, this is people's children, they're paying money, they're kind of like, okay, well, you've only been doing this 2 years. I'm like, well, can you put I'm really good at referrals?
You keep putting out your goodness, like.
That's my LinkedIn pet peeve is because it's almost like they see that your experience is like 2 years. So I'm like,
Okay, so that is what it is, right? You can't do anything
Yeah.
about that. When I talked about the problems, like the pretend problems
yeah.
we come up with, right? We're like, well, see, I can't do that because the people says I've been 2 years and I shouldn't do it. Then we do nothing, right? So you just do it anyway, right? You make a video that you say, you post it on Instagram to all your mommy friends and people with college-age kids are all over Instagram, and you can really do a potent video if it's your, college application process is going on right now. You're stressed out. I know your kid applied to all these schools. Now you're waiting. Ugh, it's a waiting game. Do this. That'll help set you apart. And then give them something. Remember, the video is a gift. Don't say, book a call with me to find out anything. Yeah. Give people good stuff for free. Yeah. As a mother of a student who's right now doing college applications, like, that's helpful. Then I follow you. Now I like you. You keep showing up and giving me good free stuff. Yeah. Now I know you. Now I trust you. You show your personality. You act like a normal human being, not like you're selling, but you're serving through video. The like, no trust. That's what that does. And that can cut through that 2-year thing if someone looks on LinkedIn. If I've decided already that I like you and you get results and your clients have ended up at Duke and they're going to Carolina and they're going here, yes, then she's the one I want. I don't care if you've only been doing it for 2 years.
yeah, my best posts are the ones where I say, these are the colleges that my kids have gotten into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Lean in.
Yes.
Lean
Does
in.
she call out, so she knows that's a hang up with some of her potential clients, does she call that out and be like, look, I know it says 2 years on my resume, but look at all these badass colleges that I've gotten these kids into, and here's one takeaway that you can blah, blah, blah with your kid?
I don't think so.
Or no?
I don't think so. I think
was
it's
gonna
like,
say no.
if she shows up on video with that command presence, and this is important on your videos, you want a command presence, right? If you just come off with, like, do you know what you're talking about? Do you believe if I hired you that you'd get my kid into a good school? If I hired you at the right time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. If you believe that, you come on there and you say that. It's hard to get into college. Only X amount of percentage kids are getting into Carolina. Your kid wants to go there. Listen, I've gotten lots of students in by, telling them that to do this one thing. Or, hey, parents, tell your freshmen to get involved in extracurricular activities.
Now's the
You know,
time.
now's the time to do that. Like, that's another piece of content that's short and helpful.
What's
Right?
your goat factor?
Yeah, and you just,
Well, that's what I'm kind of, my goat factor.
Yeah, what makes you the goat? What makes you
That's what I struggle with because I have my little gremlin telling me you're 2 years young, not 2 years old even. So
I mean, there are kids 1 year out of college in the NFL slaying the game on the field. I ain't worried about your years of experience. Why are you better than anybody at this?
yeah, I think really my go-to is I tell people I'm living this personally and professionally. Nobody knows your story better. So, and that me talking to the parent. So I have that connection with them. It's like I don't just do this to do this. I'm doing this personally and professionally. So I try to connect with them on that level, but I don't know if that necessarily makes me the goat. So that's where I struggle. It's like I just don't know what makes me the goat.
Why are you a goddamn delight to work with?
Fucking nice.
You relieve the burden and stress, right? You relieve them of a burden. So who here's service relieves you of a burden?
say that.
Yeah. Are you tired of fighting with your kid about college applications? We need a punchy one-liner. Are you so done stressing about this? We all have the goal in mind. It's Duke. You want me to make this easier for you? So-and-so with 10 years experience, their kids are long gone out of college. I'm going through this with you. Let's go. No, you can win. You can win.
You really can. Just believe that you can. Just say things that are potent to your perfect client, and they will come. And I'm telling you, honest to God, I wouldn't give a rat's ass if I looked at LinkedIn and went, oh, she's only been doing this for 2 years, if I decided I liked you, and if you were giving me good information.
Yeah, I think it just takes that one or two people that just cut you down a little bit, and then it becomes that.
Then it's a
That
thing.
narrative.
So it's a soundtrack in your head, right? So let's go. Okay, that's true. Yes, I only have 2 years experience, and they want to go elsewhere.
They
It's
pick up
totally
on
fine.
your spirit, basically.
Yeah.
Guidance counselors
Right.
in high schools.
Yeah.
Actually don't like me very much.
You really.
Right?
Just give yourself a fun name. Like, I'm the stress buster. Like, something better than that. But the point is, like, I am literally a phrase a lot of our clients use is the whisperer.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm the teenage whisperer.
Yeah.
Let me help you with this.
So sad.
Right?
Something I wanted to say is like I have a high schooler. I didn't really even know that was a thing. Like I kind of thought that was a thing, but like I got into school just playing sports and doing well in school. Like I didn't know you could kind of help your child into the school. But now that I have a high schooler, I'm like, oh, that's a service I want.
Yeah.
So then if you network with people that see teens,
Well,
they'll be like, I know this girl.
Because see, what I did too is I bought an existing business, so all good stuff, but sometimes you inherit things that you're like, whoa, how do we change this a little
Right.
bit?
You're doing it. We can
So,
tell.
yeah,
That's good.
And it's telling the story, and I was telling her, closed down my business 30 days before the world shut down. So if you put the 2-year timeline into you add it up and you figure out it was in February of 2020.
Sure.
So, it's been hard to get out there and tell the story other than social media.
Mhm.
So that's why
Mhm.
The opposite, where I've been doing this for not quite 30, but and I'm older, obviously. And so if I get on Instagram and these people, people y'all's age, you're like, oh, she's old. That's
your
That's the belief,
beliefs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's my belief. She's old. We're not gonna mess with her. So it's a different. It's just always a different perspective, I guess, from where you see yourself.
I know. Isn't that
Well,
so?
and everybody's got that something too that they
Yes.
themselves and sit
Yes.
next to in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you got anything from tonight, it's like, be clear what your secret sauce is and then say it to some people. You said earlier that nobody knows the city better than you.
Right.
That's compelling. I want somebody who knows the city is going to know where the hidden gems are.
And I have integrity like most realtors don't, like many realtors.
Yeah.
So don't need to trash other people.
And
Okay,
so we
so-
tell people that.
You guys all have your goat factor?
I want to hear it.
Because once you have this, the content becomes easy. Short form video, make reels, post your, what was your name again?
Kelly.
Kelly. Okay, yes, of course. Post your videos on LinkedIn.
Yes.
For sure.
Can we touch base on like, I'm losing the word, but like the post you put up, what you put underneath it?
The caption?
Caption.
Thank you. as a
Yes.
response.
Yeah. Katie's got the
Where are we
tips.
at on that? Because I feel like as personally read them, so I don't put a lot of time into when I put them up because I feel like I'm not reading them. Other people aren't. Like looking at a picture, they want the basis in and they're moving. What's the actual like?
And I'm assuming you're talking about Instagram
Yeah,
or
when you're putting
anywhere.
a caption up for an image.
Yep.
How much are you putting into it for a caption? Because when I see something that's like 2 paragraphs long, I'm like, I don't read it. I don't,
Yeah.
Even if I love the photo, I don't read it.
You can, okay, if it's a video, you can keep people engaged because really what it is you want people to be and hold on to your content for as long as possible because that'll give you the juice from Instagram of like, okay, this is capturing people and they're stopping their scroll. So whether it's a video that's like longer form or short form, whatever, and then they scroll down and they're still stopped on your content, still reading your caption, that's the genesis of the freaking paragraphs and thesis captions that you see. That's the genesis of that, is just trying to land people and keep them there on that piece of content for a longer time because it takes you time to read through the whole thing. But I don't think you have to. Plenty of times I'll do what?
Sorry, do you think it makes or breaks a post?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. I think what you can do if you want to kind of like feed that a little bit, if it is a reel, I mean, a good best practice is to be like, read the caption for more. Actually have that as text on the reel, or actually verbally say that on the reel, because then you can go into further teaching and further value in that caption. But don't just like spew out words in a caption for no freaking reason. Like have it could be as easy as one sentence or a 3-sentence paragraph, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's really to stop the scroll, and you want to just add little bit of additional value. It can also be just a recap of what they just saw in that image or saw in that video, and just additional value. It's not like, thanks for coming. And here's another point,
Correct.
or here's another, here's something else you can do next. Or it's kind of continuing the conversation and giving them a piece of engagement, like calling them to action for a piece of engagement of like, tell me, like, is this a problem for you? Did you rip your vagina off when you get hair waxed or whatever? Like, I don't know. Like, and they're like, well, yeah, actually, like, whatever.
Rip my vagina off.
And so yes, like invite them to conversation, because that just continues your engaging and continues just like the affinity factor.
And so I try to make sure it's like pain points, like the top things they're looking for when they're searching for a new wax. Like, what do they want? What are they looking for? But some, there's always like people are like, make sure you're writing a lot, and other people are like, keep it short and sweet. And I'm like, well, where are we at?
There's no necessarily sweet spot or thing you have to do. It goes back to video though, in like the thought of like the hook. You don't be, hey guys, I'm writing a whole caption here, blah blah blah. Like action pack that thing at the top. Okay. Like get in there.
Make sure the first like 5 words
yes.
that you see at the top of the picture.
Get in there.
That's the theme of tonight, I think,
yes.
is like, don't bury the lead.
Yes.
Whether it's caption, video, don't bury the lead. We have a nanosecond to capture their attention.
Yeah. Bring it.
So unless you're a copywriting coach, or I don't know, some kind of like deep mindset coach or something where like this is actually relevant, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
100%. Whole another conversation. People like put so much emphasis on freaking hashtags, I swear. And it's fine. Okay, so like, you have you're making a bowl out of clay, and you make the bowl, and like I feel like the hashtags are like the extra piece of paint that you put on the side. I don't know, that's not the best like visual representation, but it's so not a factor to stop you from posting. Like if you don't think you have the best hashtags, post the crap anyway. Like if you don't feel like you've done the research or whatever, post it anyway. You don't have to have hashtags. It can help you, but do not let that stop you from posting your content, and don't let that be a hang up for an excuse of, oh, I don't have the hashtags ready, so I can't post this. Just get out there, give it your best guess. Give the hashtags your best guess and keep it moving.
That's right.
Like, keep it moving. Just get it out. Press post and get it out.
Yes. Take action and insight
Yes.
will come. So don't, again, the fake prolins that we talk about, like, I don't have the hashtag, so I can't do the post. That is not really a situation. Do it anyway. And then people will say, oh, but you should be on YouTube, and you should do the hashtags. And then you get all stressed out, and then you're like, oh, I should be doing TikTok. Then what happens? You don't do anything. So again, pick the one. Pick the one thing. Don't worry so much. Just try some stuff out. Experiment. Just make your message good and tight and potent. Use the polarizing language. Have command presence on camera. Don't criticize how you look or how you sound. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. And when you do that, does it make you want to show up on camera again? If you post a video and you're like, oh, I look so fat, I look so old, oh, I hate what I'm wearing, my hair looks terrible. If you say that, how do you feel? Terrible. And then you don't want to post again, right? So instead, I want you on purpose to say something nice about the way you look. Wow, I love myself in red. I look so cute, right? My eyelashes are fab because I use Rodan & Field's lash boost. Like, give yourself a compliment. Give yourself a compliment, right? Sink into what makes you the GOAT. That's why, if you can answer that question, sink into that, say something nice about yourself, have your first line planned out so that we don't do the weird, hey guys, and I'm so excited, and all of that stuff, right? We don't say that. We just come up with a thing. Like, so anyone have what's the thing that you'd like to post a video about?
Yeah, let's do like one or two of these, then we'll hit the bar.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, seriously, who's like,
Later versus Planoly.
Either one. I mean, really, it's
yeah.
Beth, those are scheduling apps.
yes,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Roll
Scheduling
with
apps.
whatever you're using.
yes. It doesn't matter.
So if you've
Does it
planned your
matter if
content, you can
create
put it in there.
content within the app versus like a video editing app and
it doesn't matter. Just do it.
Yeah,
Just
do whatever's
get it out.
easiest for you. Whatever you like and that you'll do and it's easy because you know how to do it, then do that one.
Yes, I will say if you are doing it in app, just do it all in app and post it and whatever. But if you want to get creative with the editing, fine, cut whatever you want to use for an external, app, and just do it. But you don't have to get fancy with it. It can be just recording in Instagram app, selfie style. You walking around, talking to the camera, and telling people what you want them to know.
One other question.
Yeah.
Personal and business page.
Of
Instagram, Facebook. I
Oh.
know I need to have it on Facebook, but on Instagram, do I need to have a business and a personal?
Okay, so are you talking about like actual the count type or how you show up?
How I show up.
Yeah. If you're comfortable with mixing all of it together, I think that's great for a real estate agent. 100%.
Okay.
Showing your personality, because that's so much of why people work with people like you, is they like you. I mean, I feel like you could find a real estate agent on every corner. They want to work with you for you and your personality and your family if you're comfortable, and your the jogs or the walks in the parks you take and all of that stuff. Yes, give somebody a well-rounded view of you as a person. You don't have to give them everything. You don't have to go so personal, but the tip I always give people for how much to share, and because that's always something that comes up, is if you would sit down on an airplane next to a stranger and tell them, because you have a little bit of a ride with somebody on an airplane, right? Like you get to know them. If they're, yippy yappy and you're talking and whatever, sometimes you don't want to talk, but I'm just saying, if you would share it with that stranger next to you on the airplane, then be fine to share that on social media, because I think that's totally a good headspace to be in. Like, yeah, you would maybe show them a picture of your kid and that you're going to go visit or whatever, then great. That's something great to show on social media. Or if you're like, no, actually, I'm not comfortable with that, great, then don't do it, and you can ease into other things. But that's just kind of a frame of reference for like how much to share.
Okay, good, thanks.
We all have blended, right?
Yes. I do. Well, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the only way. It's just up to you.
I mean, I have to, but I kind of mix and match on both of them.
And that's fine too. That's totally fine too. But if it does seem to be too much, you don't mind putting it all together.
Yeah.
Because that's another stumbling block. If it's I got to post one here and then I got to post one here, and then it slows the whole thing down. Just so if you
Or the post, or
right.
Yeah, that you just said the right word that I think we can almost end on, is like stumbling blocks, or as I call them, cock blocks. If it is standing between you and posting, remove the roadblock. You don't got hashtags? Who cares? Post. You don't sound good on video? Who cares? Post. You will only get insights from action, not from wondering or thinking or trying to recraft. Like, post and see what happens.
And taking 3 months to research the perfect hashtags, just do it. Because that's what will happen. And you'll hide there and act like you're researching, but really you're not doing anything. So just do it.
Yeah. Do you guys have any final questions or want any final, I want you all to leave with why you're the GOAT, what your one-line openers are you so freaking sick and tired of blah, blah, blah? I got you. So that you guys can make a video tonight or tomorrow. And then what platform you're going to be on. What other questions are open for you right now?
So, I'm in kind of a space that is very restricted. I'm a financial planner.
Mm-hmm.
So, similar to a realtor, we're on every corner. I need to let people in. Probably gonna get a lot of weird stares. The only social media I'm on is LinkedIn, and I'm only doing.
That's great.
So it all has to be pre-approved. So I have a lot of roadblocks there. But I've hit a place with my business growth where I can now start doing some more personalized things and content. So this was very, very helpful. But I guess just tips as far as, everything I'm posting right now is just like in this thing that I can pick from and say, like, just automatically post the stuff, and 10 other planners in our office are probably posting the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I just am not sure. Now that I have this ability, I have a couple events, and we're going to be doing a financial planning seminar in my community and things like that. So now I'm like, okay, now the pressure's on to I got to get people there, right? So just any tips for somebody that is more established business, but just starting on social. I feel like I've done this backwards.
No.
So
not
what's
at
a
all.
video she could make? Like, I got ideas popping.
It's, you know, if it's, what's the financial seminar that you want people to come to?
So it's through the Harrisburg Parks and Rec. I live in the Harrisburg community. Very, very involved. I give time in the Parks and Rec department. My kids are involved. Big sports person. Want to work with families that know me at the ball fields, right? But maybe they don't know me in a professional way. So I'm trying to like bridge that gap and like make, and Harrisburg Parks and Rec said, hey, we're going to promote this and we'll do this. And so that is what I'm doing. I want to draw families in that have children, and we can talk about financial planning and how to build their financial home. So,
Katie?
ideas.
Which
Yeah.
is-
So, yeah, that, I mean, my thought process was like a did you know type thing, or, but I wrote down, you know, are you sick and tired of? Because I think that's a great lead in, but I need some catchy things.
What is,
to
what
start.
if it's, you know, 3 things you can do right now to start saving for retirement? Or
Right.
3 things you didn't know about your financial portfolio that could be costing you a lot of money. You
Yeah.
know, the one biggest mistake you're making right now on planning for retirement. And that's how you come out with the video. That's your reel. You can just, like Katie said, shoot it selfie style. The one biggest mistake you're making right now when it comes to your retirement is this.
Got it.
And then underneath that video, then you write, come to my kick-ass free thing, family, everybody come. Yeah.
And I think, especially for you, it's going to be super impactful for you to give personality and you to talk not just to your business, but you need to talk to the family, you need to talk to the moms, you need to talk to that community. Like what you just said about how involved you are, the soccer field, like that's content for days. Like that's not specific to financial advice. Like I want to know that about you.
Right.
And I want to get drawn to you because of that. And then, oh, by the way,
And I think
I
that's
do.
what makes like me, like you talked about the goat. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm relatable. I'm like that person. I'm not gonna be this stuffy guy that only your
Yes.
husband talks to. You know what I mean?
Say that.
Right.
Yes.
Those are the words to say.
Hello.
Say that.
If
You
if
did
you're
it.
appealing to
Yes.
women, you know, or you know, you're sick of, you know,
the
you're,
families,
you know, you're sitting in the, like you could do a funny reel, even like I'm a woman sitting in the room and no one's looking
Like
at
sitting in
me.
a room
or
with
what-
2
you know,
dudes, like.
Yeah. Or saying, you know, this is, as a woman in this space, I blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, here's what women need to know about investing. I know it might seem scary to you, but if you do this, you know,
Well, and I think it's a right. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not just focusing on women, but
Sure.
I'm focusing on families. But I think now, especially, women are more involved, and I want that to be part of like you should be on the phone when we're having.
That's a
these
great
meetings.
angle.
Yes,
That's a great
please.
angle.
You should-
give that.
Yeah. Okay.
I would fire my financial planner for you because he's boring as hell.
Yes. Give that. What should you be doing as
Totally.
the woman in the
Right. Like,
yes.
you have a role here too. You have a seat at the table.
Yes.
How
Yes.
to meet your family's financial goals with kids, because I feel like we hold ourselves back a lot just because, well, we have the kids, blah blah blah. But I'm sure someone like you could be like, that's bullshit. Here's why.
Yeah.
Here's how you do that. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Thanks, y'all.
100%.
Yeah.
And I
That space, you know?
say it again.
Say that again.
Can you niche into that space and be the person that people are like, I know a girl who.
Let's give it a try, man. I
Yes.
think you will slay with that.
And for you, especially, I think like Facebook groups could be super key too.
So, and that's one thing
Mom
I wrote
groups on
down that I
Facebook.
need to ask from a compliance perspective.
I know,
because
I don't know where
think
you- yeah.
I need to be more personal. I don't think a business Facebook page is gonna be it for me. Like, I don't think
That's okay.
That's not
Professional women on
so-
LinkedIn are great for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go there. You don't have we don't have to blanket the ocean, guys.
Yeah.
Start with professional women on LinkedIn.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And so yes.
Interact in like local Facebook groups as you.
Yeah, that's what I
in
was
the
thinking.
community with like you. Then I mean your profile can clearly have that you're a financial planner, but you're connecting with them first outside
Yeah.
of your business.
That's something that I need to check on because I think a lot of it is even still. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Can you create your own LinkedIn group?
I don't think so.
Do that, like
Okay.
compliance wise.
Compliance wise, yeah.
Create your own LinkedIn group and invite people to be like, hey, we're creating a group called, I don't know, Fierce Feminine Family Finances. I don't know, with a better name. But we're creating a group, and every week I'm going to be putting in posts just for this group once a week with targeted advice, you know, we're gonna like create a network of women who are gonna help each other become more financially
To
fit.
empower you.
Okay.
We use your own language for all that, but like this is how you can create the networking, warm up your leads experience where they can know, like, and trust you without having to go on Facebook.
And you're in your profile, you're talking about your family. You're talking about like putting out content about your mom. You get this, like you're out there doing like all the things that people in that group are doing too. So you're just continuing to like build that rapport of like, I am one of you and I'm also an expert and can guide you in the money field.
Thank you.
Woo! Connect with us on LinkedIn so we can like join your group and cheer you on and chatter on your posts.
We're already connected.
Yes.
Okay,
And
perfect.
she's already my financial person anyway, so she's awesome. So work with her because she's amazing.
Boom, that's what's up. Okay, I think we have time for like one more targeted question. Are you feeling swaggy?
Recently, I just saw told what have you to go actually through your followers, like with me being very like small niche, and actually remove the ones that aren't your like audience, so that when if you do propose it is going good, that's like 10, 15 different people. Are you saying yes or no?
If you have time,
I do.
and if you want to do that, I know. I hear that all the time too.
I only just heard it, and I was like, whoa, okay, this makes sense.
It could do something, and if you have the time to just quickly, I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes on it. And that's it.
Just create good content.
Yeah.
If you create good content, if your stuff is good, people will find it. There's an audience for it. We can get really down in the weeds, and then you spend 6 hours combing through, and you act like you've done something, when again, you haven't done anything.
Yes.
Right? And now, you're like, oh, but I was doing this because somebody told me that I should do this, and then it's like, oh my God, just make a good reel.
I swear to
You know,
God,
that's
if you
it.
use the word vagina in one of your posts,
Yes.
you will get all the clients.
They were like, at first when I started.
Then say lady bits.
Lady bit.
And they were like, you can't say that.
Okay, I get compliance.
What, have you ever looked at what they post? And I think because they're coming from the UK,
Sure.
and they're very like a bit more reserved than America, that will just put the whole thing out there.
Okay.
And so I have to be like, I say it like maintaining lady gardens and things like that.
But JJ, yeah.
That's good. Yes.
I can't.
All right, push that envelope as much as
That
you're
could be
willing.
fun. That could be fun.
Okay. All right, let's wrap this mofo up. This has been amazing. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you. We are here for you. So all of us are available to consult with, to work with. We all have packages for things like this. I'll go first and share mine, then you guys.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm a sales and side hustle coach. So if you are a side hustler and you're trying to like make that your main hustle, there's a 90-day program that goes through like literally set up, socialize, sell, sales, marketing. Like it's the bare ass minimum that you need to do for all of those to make money and quit your job, right? That's that program. And then I'm doing 3-hour sales intensives. So if you're like, Lauren, I don't want a coaching program. I want 3 hours with your brain to give me a sales strategy, lead generation, nurture, shepherd to sales call, objection handling, close, onboarding. Like, I got you. Because we have to price your stuff right and message it right. And like, it's a whole thing, 3 hours. Okay? And then I have a mastermind level as well. But I'd recommend you start with one of those two. If you're interested in just getting another 30 minutes of my brain, that is my gift to you for tonight. Book a call, go to laurenwidrick.com, let's talk, and you get a free 30 minutes just to like marinate on this topic and give you your very next steps. So that's my offer for you guys. I hope to hear from you. You wanna go next?
Yeah, same here. Thanks. And please sign up with Lauren because she will. Anyway, she's amazing.
The whole trifecta.
Yes, please, Colleen too. So yeah, same here. Please, I would love to talk to y'all more. 30 minutes. We can debrief. We can get into like some of those, tactic things. I love talking about that stuff, but I don't want people to get hung up on it too much either. So yes, please go and send me a DM, send me LinkedIn message, Facebook, whatever, and I'll get you on my calendar. But I have a 2-hour intensive workshop for short form video, so we can get into either
Oh yeah, I've done it. It's so good. Yes.
Either TikTok or Instagram Reels or both. I will tell you what buttons to press. I will tell you everything about it. I will tell you why you should be doing the strategy, and then how to work that strategy into your existing platforms and into your existing social media presence. So that's what I love to do. Is that's just like a 2-hour thing. Love to talk to you more about that. Also, I have a few spots open in January for my 90-day social media strategy one-on-one program, and that is a weekly communication with you all on a call, and then I deliver to you your entire social media strategy that walks you through your purpose, your platforms, and your plan. We deliver that, we talk it through, and you get super solid on your social media strategy and moving forward. So reach
Really
out.
good.
I would love to talk to y'all more.
Really good. When you go to hit the button to record, and you're like, this was so awesome, and now you're home, and now you're like,
what the hell?
oh shit. That's where I help you, right? With that part. When you get to the actual doing of the recording and the saying, and oh my gosh, and I sound weird and I'm being weird, I help you to be comfortable so that your video can pack a punch, so that people will lean in and not go, she's weird. You want them to lean in. You want them to like you. You want them to fall in love with you. Right? So we're going to give them your personality, give them your service, give them your product. Every video is a gift. I help you with that. So I have packages available for video coaching. If you go to my website, ColleenOdegaard.com, very hard to spell, so God bless you, but I think it's up on the screen somewhere. You can follow me on Instagram too, at Colleen_Odegaard. You can send me a DM there. But it really is potent training so that takes the guesswork out of it, so you can actually be comfortable and be happy and excited about the video content you're producing. And I promise you, once you like it, like when you feel good, it's fun. Like you actually go, oh my gosh, I've got to say this, I've got to do this, I had an idea. And it becomes fun. And when you're getting the engagement back and your people are coming to you, it's magic. I'm telling you, people, I've had clients, real estate clients, I've told you this before, Beth, real estate clients who were doing nothing with video, did a couple of reels about relocation. She'd only done 2 of them. She got 2 new clients from New York City who were relocating because they saw her reel. And then they went to her Instagram and they watched her videos and they said, I really like you. She's like, it's everything you said. I said, yes, I know, because I know what I'm talking about.
She's the goat.
Really,
yes.
And so, people have real results from that. So I know it gets scary and hard, and it feels like so much work. I can help you with the so much work part, where it becomes fun, and it's not like, oh my God, I got to post, and what am I going to say, and it takes too long, and I got to get ready, and we're going to get through all of that.
That's fun. Yes.
Oh, her podcast.
I mean, if you don't listen, please.
Wake Up to Your Life with Colleen Odegaard. Go subscribe. It is just, it's literally award-winning, best in Charlotte. So
good.
Listen to it. Last thing I'll say, let's head to the bar. When you work with one of us, you kind of get all of us. You become part of this network. We call ourselves the Squad, the C-Suite Collective, the Swagger Team. I don't know. We need a better name. But my alumni are 100 strong. There are 100 people that have come through my programs and connected like this, and this is the type of shit we do together on each other's podcasts, hiring each other, sending each other business. So whether it's me or them or some of the other ladies in the audience in our squad, come get in. Having a supportive circle of entrepreneurs that get what you're going through is priceless.
Very true.
So plug for the squad. All right. Thank you guys so much. This has been amazing.
Thanks, y'all.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.